I'm Greg Barber. I work for Dräger Safety UK. I'm product manager, so I look after all protection products in the UK. First one we've got here, this is the CPS 5900, limited life chemical protection suit, fully encapsulated, large, almost natural field of vision, so you don't get any restriction on where you're looking through the face mask. It'll very high chemical protection, but as I say, limited use, so you would use it potentially once and then you would have to decontaminate it and you'd have to throw it away. So if you're going to use it for something where you need high mechanical strength, you wouldn't use this suit, you would use the CPS 7900. This is the CPS 7900. This chemical suit is the highest performing suit on the market, so it's got the highest protection class, it has the highest mechanical strength. Reason that is we have a 5-layer material. So we've got an outer layer as an elastomer, then we have a protective layer on the inside, a textile, and if you flip that over, we've got the same on the inside. So basically what that gives you is if you're doing an operation and you go to kneel down, you shouldn't do, but it happens, people do kneel down. If you do happen to puncture the outer layer, you still have a protection on the inside, and you still have the flexibility. So it is a really high mechanical strength, really high protective class. We had to develop our own test procedure in the standard, in the chemical tests, because we could get so long. We got 540 minutes out of the test, as opposed to the standard that you would normally do. So we've got a Dräger standard, and we've got a certification to say that. We have the typical gas-tight zipper, which now we've got a lip on the inside, so it could help you get out from the inside instead of panicking and maybe cut through it. It wouldn't be used that often, but it's just a little tweak, a little feature that we've put on there. Same field of vision on the visor, built-in anti-fog visor, and we have this tear-away anti-scratch visor on the outside, which can be replaced at any time. The suit is a 15-year life. We know from tests we've done in-house that you can get 40 years or so, but we're not going to say it's a 40-year suit. It doesn't make any sense. So it's a 15-year suit, as long as you test it, check that everything's okay. So the new gloves we have, instead of outlaying the cost for 3 different styles of gloves, so a protective glove, a chemical protective glove, and a cut guard glove, or a puncture resistance glove, we've manufactured a glove which is all in one. So you have the layer in there for tear and puncture resistance, you have the outer layer for your chemical resistance, and an even higher layer inside, so you've got the full resistance of 3 gloves combined into one. Now these are disposable gloves, one use, so you'd keep these on stock, and obviously you'd have different sizes available. If you go internally into the suit, so for height adjustment when you're wearing the suit, it's a diverse workforce nowadays. You could have a really small worker, you only have a large suit available. We have a height adjustment which you would just hook onto your BA set internally, and what that allows you to do is hitch up the chemical suit, and then you're not struggling with too much material bagging around, so that's a really good feature that we have. We have a waist belt internally, so again help it hitch up onto your waist, but what that gives you, that is connected to what we have a Dräger Connect. Now on the outside, this is the Dräger Connect. You can have one or one on the other side, so you have 2 Dräger Connects. This unit will hold up to 100 kilos, so if you have 2, they've got 200 kilos. The reason for that is you can connect up your thermal imaging cameras, your gas detectors, any spare equipment you may need to go into the incident area. But if you have 2 of these, you can use them if you've got a man down. So you've got a team member down in the hazardous area, put a rope through a piece of material, and you can drag them out. And like I say, because you've got the high mechanical strength, you drag them out, get them into the decontamination shower, hose them down, and then you can get them out. Rather than pulling on the material, it just gives you something that you can hold on to.